an obesity class action suit coming against Coca-Cola and McDonald's. If we look at the proof that is documented about obesity and how things like Coke and food like McDonald's is causing obesity and in fact causing obesity through addiction, there is a certain problem here that inevitably is going to end up in a lawsuit. After all, where does the lines of responsibility go? Because any group that promotes, for instance, that the family has the right to decide for themselves, but in that inherently allow addiction, where children then get abused through addiction of sugar or food, is still responsible. Any organization that promotes free choice, and that free choice leads to abuse through addiction, because where addiction, like addiction to Coke or sugar or food or alcohol or cigarettes or any form of addiction takes place, there is no longer free choice. There is addiction, and free choice do not exist. Free choice is only valid if one really look at it self-honestly within the context of what is best for all. Does what happens and what is available accumulate into a situation that's best for all? The fast food market in itself has become a quick addiction fad, and has simply so because of the point about money. The moment the money system change, will any of these points continue existing? Obviously, yes, those that are addictive in nature, and therefore those things, when it is addictive in nature in a new system, that will be equated. The equality equation will consider the consequences. If such addiction points exist and it cannot be handled by humanity as a whole or the individual as a part of the whole, then those things will no longer be available, because it is certainly not to the benefit of all. It only causes disease, illness, and cause the person's life expectancy and their experience in this world to be fucked up. So, class action suits against these companies, I suggest those that is in the field that this becomes a surefire way to make some money while we're on the way to an equal system. And equality, obviously, these points will already be considered as a problem area because of its addictive nature, the addictive nature of sugar. We have to consider, do we really require sugar in the extent that it is here, because sugar has been used as the sweetness which is used to manipulate people to make choices within the construct of consumerism. So therefore, all parts that are promoting consumerism and that is utilizing addictive substances to get people to make choices and follow this consumerism and abuse, they are also open for class action lawsuits. So, Americans, you have the opportunity to really make things change if you really are self-honest and consider all the possibilities as the greatest opportunity to make money ever present itself in America through class action suits, where there are myriads of available information, and to have the equality equation within which context one can actually take on any argument to present what is best for all and what is actually causing harm. Because you can simply see what is there accumulating to a point of what's best for all, or is it accumulating to harm? That's the simple equation that one applies. That's all you need to consider in every day. The moment it accumulates to harm, there is consequence that must be taken care of and that must be directed. Because otherwise one is purely cruel if you actually allow the consequence of harm to continue. And after all, at the moment, it seems like the human being only exists as cruelty incarnate.